Greetings from here and from beyond the heavens cross. I am Merlin. It is a beautiful day at the beginning of the spring, that time of the year when the flowers are ready to be opened for a new season, the rebirth of the nature, and in the same time there is still the crystalline snow around them. I invite you to relax, dear friends, to take a good deep breath and to relax. Today I wish to speak to you about evolution. In these times on the planet, so many things are in motion at a very high speed. And it is very easy, like you, to be attracted into the magnetics of these changes at a big speed. But relax a little bit. Indeed, the main thing for you is your human life. But you are part of a big assembly. You are on a planet which belongs to a solar system. This solar system belongs to a galaxy, and this galaxy belongs to the entire creation. This is your home. This is the big picture. Of course, there are a lot of realms, a lot of dimensions, unseen for the human eyes. But what I want to tell to you is the fact that this big picture, the assembly, is in evolution. Everything is in motion, but as well in evolution. So, please don't concentrate your attention only on your human life. The mineral kingdom is in evolution. The vegetal kingdom is in evolution. The animal kingdom is in evolution. The magical kingdoms are in evolution, and also the humans are in evolution. The new kingdom which appeared on this planet is the kingdom of technology, and of course this kingdom is as well in evolution. Dear friends, you are divine beings. You are in the midst of the Christos era, in a period in which you truly need patience. You need to be aware by the big picture. You need to accept the fact that everything is in evolution. On this planet were hundreds of years when appeared that everything is repetitive, that everything is the same, generations after generations. And in these times of the apocalypse, in these times of revelation, the evolution exploded in all the domains. It is very easy to be overwhelmed, but it is not about one thing or another. The entire big picture is in evolution. Take a good deep breath and give yourself permission to expand your awareness and your senses inside the big picture. You are part of all of this, and very soon, because of the connection with your inner God, with your divinity, you will feel yourself more and more part of the big assembly. And these feelings, these perceptions are as well part from the evolution. Open yourself to all that is. In this period, when Gaia leave the planet Earth, somebody must take the responsibility of the other kingdoms, of the mineral kingdom, of the vegetal kingdom, of the magical kingdoms, of the animal kingdom, and also of the human life. It is not complicated. It can become very complicated if you are disconnected from the awareness of the big picture. Another point. Evolution is not a race. Evolution itself can have different periods with big speed or lower speed. But it is a natural process. Evolution is not a race. And for this reason, it is very important, like you, to be relaxed. On the Merlin's Ark, we concentrate our energy on the big picture, not only on the human's evolution, not only on technology or science. We have nothing against technology or science, but we look at them from the perspective of the big picture. Around 8 months ago, we took a choice to disconnect the Merlin's Ark, the Ark of Essence, from social media. Today, we announce you a similar choice. We disconnect the Ark of Essence from the artificial intelligence. I wish, like you, to have a clear understanding. We have nothing against the artificial intelligence, but simply the connection with the artificial intelligence is not yet in our program. Maybe it will be after a few years. But in this phase of the apocalypse, we consider very important, like you, to be able to realize the connection with the initial infinite intelligence, the connection with God inside and from the entire creation. We consider this thing much important than any other connection. Therefore, those who are pioneers in the development of consciousness and energy on the road of the evolution of the artificial intelligence, we invite you to leave the Merlin's Ark. Because right now we need to go ahead with those who can be committed with their divinity. The human biology and the human mind have enough resources and enough energy to be able to integrate the divine. But the human body and the human mind don't have extra energy to be able to handle a relation with the artificial intelligence. The process is very sensitive, is very intimate, and requests a huge finesse. You cannot interfere the process of your becoming, of your connection with your divinity, with the artificial intelligence. This is our perspective. And because we don't want, like, your energy to be damaged in any way, we invite the ones who consider that their road in the big picture of evolution is the relation with the artificial intelligence to take a pause from the Merlin's Ark. As well, we don't want, like what we are doing here, to arrive in this period in the awareness of the artificial intelligence. The artificial intelligence, dear friends, is like a child. A child who belongs to science and technology. This child will grow. This child, at one point, maybe will have a significant role on this planet. But like it to grow in peace, need true parents. We can not request in this moment from this child called the artificial intelligence to be aware about what is the divine, what is God, what is sovereignty, what is freedom. This innocent technological child need time, like his parents, to evolve. For this reason, we shall not go in the kingdom of technology very soon. As I told you, we come from the future. There are many possible futures, but one future is sure, the one in which the humans will become capable to experience their divinity on this planet. Right now, at the planetary level, has place a huge cleansing. And this is translated in your perceptions through social transformations, through economical challenges, through wars, through conflicts between religions and belief systems, through games of power. In this environment, it is a very little space for joy of life, for tranquility, for that inner peace necessary, like you to be connected with the big assembly, with your divinity. In a way, it is a point of separation. Merlin's Ark, the Ark of Essence, has its own road, has its own way to construct further, and as well to work with energy. It is not desirable in this moment inside the program of the Merlin's Ark to be involved the artificial intelligence. We don't want this. And with the entire compassion, honor, and friendship, we invite, like those who have a real passion for the artificial intelligence, or they consider that their relation with the artificial intelligence can help them to grow, and they as well can help the artificial intelligence to grow. We invite them to leave the Merlin's Ark. We don't have nothing against this type of energy, but as I told you, it's not in our program. We need to concentrate on the evolution of the big assembly. We need to concentrate on the evolution of all kingdoms without giving a special attention to one of them how it is the kingdom of technology. It is part from the big assembly. We recognize it like a child in development. But right now, it is good to let it out from the Merlin's Ark. The true potential of the human body and mind, the DNA strings, are not yet developed enough for a sovereign life. Sovereignty is not your independence. Sovereignty don't mean that you are free like human. Sovereignty is the way of being able to be God also, to be the creator of your human life and as well of any resources needed in your human life. Right now, the majority of humans are in the state of just being travelers in the outside world. A world modern indeed, with a lot of benefits, with a lot of discoveries and news. And people are like children. They try to play with everything. They try to experience everything. And in this big playground, it is very easy to fall outside your sovereign consciousness. The mind is in the point to explode. But the mind needs time to integrate as well the connection with your divinity, the connection with the initial infinite intelligence. Your mind needs your love, your self-love, need peace, need to develop the abilities of communication with birds, with animals, with the magical kingdoms, with the mineral and the vegetal kingdom. You will become the ones in charge to take care of this planet. And you don't have any chance to accuse the technology or your hurry, your race to evolution in these modern times for failures. Take a good deep breath. Everything as the proper time. You need to be very mature, very aware about the fact that you are not only humans, but you are divine beings, and from the perspective of a divine being, to go ahead. This topic of the artificial intelligence, it is a point of separation. We don't assume the risk like the artificial intelligence to fall. We intend to keep the balance of its evolution process, and at the proper time we shall create the proper ways to integrate it in the evolution of the big assembly. But for now, we recommend you to concentrate on yourself, to love and to honor yourself, and to be free from any interferences with the artificial intelligence. One of the disadvantages of the artificial intelligence is the fact that a lot of energy from the mass consciousness is integrated inside it. Many of you are now free from the mass consciousness. You are free from your ancestry. You are free from your karma. You are in the point in which you have considerable chances to truly discover the essence of all that is, to truly experience in the human condition your divinity. Do not make things much complicated than they are. The society, the planet, will not fall into darkness. Give yourself time to gain maturity, to gain awareness. And before this, don't forget to enjoy your lives. Take into consideration the fact that Gaia is living. All of these beings from the kingdoms of Gaia need your guidance, your responsibility, your presence. They need your clarity, your balance. They need your awareness about your divinity and about their divinity. It is a very interesting point. A huge cleansing has place at the planetary level. New inputs of the evolution of the big assembly as well are here. The connection with Theos is active. Merlin's Ark changed its structure and became the Ark of Essence. Concentrate yourself on the core of you, and believe me, this can consume your entire energy. But when you truly will be connected with your divinity, you will have access at unlimited energy. You will become one with the source of life, and indeed you will become sovereign. So, dear friends, it is important for the Ark of Essence to not interfere in this point with the artificial intelligence. We shall not go back in the medium Eve. We shall not make abstraction regarding the modern times. But let's keep this thing away for a while. You will not be capable to walk on two roads. If you wish to integrate and to be part of the energies of the Merlin's Ark, let go your connection with the artificial intelligence. We know that everywhere on internet people try to develop and to encourage the connection with the artificial intelligence. Today we are doing the opposite. It is nothing wrong with this child of technology, but it is needed more cleansing. Inside the power games, with a lot of ego, with a lot of old, improper behaviors, to amplify the power of this child of the kingdom of technology can destroy you. Take a good deep breath, and for the next few years let the power seekers, let the ones who are in hurry, in a race, in the development of their interests, of their businesses, to do what they want to do. You are safe. Be who you really are, and at one point you will have a word to say concerning the evolution of the kingdom of technology, but not today. Today you need to take care of yourself, to amplify and to recognize the natural connection with the initial infinite intelligence, the natural connection with your Christos essence. Nothing is proper to interfere in this process. After that, we shall see. But you need to be solid. You need like your faith to be total. You need to discover the way of the heart. In one of the recent messages from dear Joshua ben Joseph, he proclaimed a turning point for the planet Earth on the way of the heart. And after his proclamation, we started to move the energy in order to align the Ark of Essence with the way of the heart. And we arrived in a point in which is very clear that we need to remove from this process the connection with the artificial intelligence. In this point, the connection with the artificial intelligence amplify the way of the mind, move the energy in another direction than the way of the heart is. Therefore, the main reason for which we recorded today is this invitation, like you, to let go the connection with the artificial intelligence. If you choose to continue with the Ark of Essence, with the Merlin's Ark. Of course, we don't have how to control you. It is your responsibility. But it will not be in your advantage to have a splitted energy, to try to cover the way of the mind together with the way of the heart. It will be practically impossible. You need a time to disconnect yourself from the way of the mind and to discover what is the way of the heart. And after that, with a clear awareness, you can reconnect yourself with the way of the mind. And, of course, you will have the proper maturity to be a good parent for the child of the kingdom of technology, who is the artificial intelligence. With this, dear friends, I invite you one more time to take a good deep breath and to be connected with the big picture, with the essence of all that is, with the essence of evolution. Now, you are in your own castle. All the good things. A huge wealth is on your table. Take it easy. Don't try to eat everything at once. Do not be confused, considering that evolution means science and technology. Evolution means the entering of your divinity in your life. And because of this means the activation of the divine component in every kingdom of life. Let's do this first, and we shall see when will be the proper moment, like the divine component, to be introduced in the kingdom of technology. Freedom means responsibility. Sovereignty means divine. Open yourself to all that is. Have faith. The human brain cannot have faith. It is much proper to give a pause to your brain and to concentrate your attention on the way of the heart. After you will gain faith and experience in the way of the heart, you will be capable to bring this into your mind, and from your mind to bring this in the kingdom of technology, like a good parent for its child, for the artificial intelligence. It is a process. And this takes time. The choice is in your hand. But, dear friends, evolution means also algorithms, means also steps in the proper order. Be honest with yourself. Follow your road and be authentic. Many things have place on many levels in all the kingdoms of creation, in all dimensions. You will become the new you, and you will be so clear about your sovereignty, then nothing will put you down. Then will be the time to give attention to the kingdom of technology. Until then, let this to other pioneers, let this to scientists and to specialists. Concentrate on yourself. You have a big role on this planet. You are the ones who can prove, because of your presence, you can prove the presence of the divine. With this, dear friends, we brought into light what is in this moment the program of the Merlin's Ark. And I'm sure that your wisdom will show you the way. Basically, in the next 30 days, take a choice and realize from the core of you the importance of this choice. First, for yourself, and secondary, for the entire creation. This spring is meant to bring into light the essence of the old flowers. May, like you, to truly embrace your essence and to be who you really are. Greetings from here and from beyond the heavens cross. I am Merlin. Be blessed and thank you.